Hi guys, I am Argent of Error 57 and we will be playing Hustle Cat today! Yes, there are no guides for this one. So, let's start. So my name is Avery Gray and I will be a guy today. Select my photo. This is me! I think I fell asleep on the couch again. Littered lasers of sunlight are zapping right onto my face from the middle of the curtains. I think they've been specifically aimed to burn out my eyes. What is it, like, noon? Jeez. Not my fault. This couch pulls you in like you're drowning in bread dough. My spine pops in loud protests as I swim free from my bread dough cushion trap. I'm gonna have to apologize to Aunt Wendy. I'm probably leaving a dent in the shape of my ass in the cushions. I'll probably have to apologize for a couple things, actually. Okay, I know this looks bad, but it's almost not even my fault. I can't help that clutter is naturally drawn into my gravitational pull. Honestly, it makes me feel a little more comfortable, you know? Like I really live here, instead of just like, I'm couch surfing at my aunt's, guys. Or like I'm living in a furniture catalog. Not that I'm ungrateful, of course, but Aunt Wendy is awesome to let me use her apartment while she's away. She helped talk Mom and Dad into letting me come all the way out to the city, too. She's pretty cool. I hear rustling behind me like fingernails on cardboard. It makes me pause for a second, but I jump up and realize what it is. Hey, Mochi! Knock it off! Being a little pester. Mochi, the living trash bag disguised as a cat, stares up indignantly from inside the pizza box. He's trying to scrape some dried up cheese off the bottom again. His little mushed up face is probably trying to stare me down, but it's kind of hard to tell where he's looking with those crossed eyes. Mochi! Mow! I clap my hands a few times to break the stalemate. He jumps at the sound, then waddles back to the bedroom in defeat. I guess since I'm up to, I might as well get to whatever I'm gonna do today. I shuffle to the curtains and throw them open. My laptop is still sitting open on the coffee table. Oh yeah, job searching, I guess. That's what I was gonna do. Boring. I plop down on the couch, already sinking back into the cushions, and take a look. Geez, there's so many tabs here. Which one did I leave Craigslist open in again? Not that one. This one? Or this one? Maybe this one? Nah, just another cat video. I was up all night watching Jelly Donut, the cat who balances donuts on her head. I have no idea how you get a cat to do something like that. Guess that's why Mochi and I are internet famous. I find the tab and start scrolling through listings again. It's not like anything new has gone up since yesterday, I bet. Sidewalk cleaner intern, credit card. Nah. College credit only. Internet comment section proofreader. Fundraiser street team intern. Unpaid. Yeah, it's been like this all month. Can you really blame me for giving up and watching freaking cat videos? No. I know this kind of thing is supposed to take time, but try telling that to Mom, Dad, or my savings. Any of those could send me back home at any time. And I really have to get this done before Aunt Wendy gets back. Just thinking about writing another cover letter is making my will to exist a road away. I'm gonna go for a walk. When I got here, I expected to be buried in noise from the city's traffic and crowds, but it's actually pretty quiet. The apartment is on a side street, far from the main street bustle. From here, the noises of the city are just a distant hum. It's comforting, like the buzz of an old tube TV. I'd have to walk like 20 minutes to get the train from here, but I rarely leave the neighborhood, so it doesn't really matter. Still living in a small town life in the city, I guess. Whatever, I get plenty of adventure in this neighborhood. I can just set out in any direction and find something new, even if I've been down that way before. Sure, I get a little lost too, but that's half the fun, right? I turn a corner at the end of the block and head up a tiny side street I haven't tried yet. Neatly arranged trash cans... Gosh darn it. Neatly arranged trash cans line the sides of the road. I think I'm behind some stores right now. I'm expecting a dead end, but the Jeez, this is what happens when you're tired. But the road suddenly curves to the right. It looks too narrow for cars, but the faded white lines marking the middle seem to claim some brave drivers could try their luck. Me. I decide to follow the sharp bend in the road after I pass a tall partition. I'm surprised by what I see. Oh, cat's paw. Whoa! Ah, oh, darn it, I missed it. The squat three-story building painted so ostensibly bright it's impossible to miss. Sits right in front of me. A cat's paw? Is this like a pet store or something? Maybe I can get a dumb toy for dumb Mochi. As I walk closer to the front doors of the building, I don't see the aisles of pet food I expected from the broad star windows. Instead, it looks like there are couches and tables neatly arranged in rows. Ah, so this is one of those pretentious restaurants with a filthy nonsense name, I can feel interest deflate and sink into my stomach. As I'm just about to turn the corner and continue walking, I notice a sign in the window that declares, not even says, just declares, "Now hiring, inquire within." Presidential speech in 4 words and a dash. I'm hardly dressed for the job inquiry, but I might as well give it a shot, right? I look to my right as I walk up to the door and see a little orange and white cat lying belly up, sunning himself against the window. It doesn't seem terribly sanitary to have a cat in a restaurant, but whatever, I like cats. Bells tingle delicately as I tug on the handle. The heavy door creaks open. This place is so classy it feels fake. It looks almost like a game board exploded in here. Isn't that what the palace was like in Wonderland? Like, with the cards and stuff? Is a purple cat gonna start talking to me? Though none of them are purple, boy, there are a lot of cats. I can count at least 8 right off the bat. They're all over the place, romping around the floor, sleeping on some built-in structures in the walls. I've barely had time to take it all in when I hear a voice call out to me. "Welcome! Please sit wherever you'd like." I shuffle in place for a moment, at first unsure of where the voice came from, then whether I want to sit or if I want to keep this strictly business. Actually, I start as the source of the voice looms into view. He appears suddenly from the second-story landing and covers the length of the floor in a few long strides. You look confused. Is this your first time here? Would you like me to explain a bit about how the cafe works? I'll be happy to give you a tour. His eyes are gentle, one of those people who smiles with his entire body. It's positively infectious. Well, do we want to go on the Landry route, huh? Well, I'm actually here about the job. Oh. His pause is brief, but it worries me a little. Is it really that surprising that someone would come in and ask about a job? Did I do it wrong? Oh, great. We don't get a lot of responses. I think it's because Mr. Graves only puts the sign up in the window. He doesn't want to advertise anywhere. Good thing I came in then, huh? You're right! His smile is broad, but his eyes creep to the back of the cafe like he's looking for an escape. Okay, you can take a seat, and I'll go get the owner. He'll be able to tell you a little more about what he's looking for. You got it. Oh, and what's your name? Avery. Avery, cool. I'm Landry, nice to meet you. Okay, I'll be right back. He bounds up the stairs and disappears. The begin to sit at the little cafe table, but freeze halfway as I hear a faint exclamation of dismay. It's followed by thundering footsteps, then by Landry's return. Avery, I'm so sorry. What? I didn't offer you any coffee. Would you like some? Oh, don't scare me like that. Sure. You got it. He vanishes into the back again and reappears carefully balancing a stout white mug atop a black saucer in one hand and a tiny creamer in the other. Gently he sets the mug and creamer before me. I forgot to ask how you take your coffee, so I brought you some milk. There's sugar on the table if you'd like it. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'll check with Graves this time. I mean it. Landry bounds to the back of the room and is again out of sight. A Siamese cat timidly peers at him as he goes, then directly at me with a wide-eyed, worried look. I give it an awkward smile and nod before I realize I'm treating a cat like a stranger in an elevator. I dump most of the milk and 3 sugar packets into my coffee before I can get it to the consistency I like. I pour what should be a little splash of extra milk, but half the creamer's worth spills in. It almost overflows. You? This cat's looking at me like it's offended by what I just did. What? Like a cat knows anything about coffee. And Landry finally returns. He's not alone. This is Graves, the owner of the cafe. Graves, this is Avery. He looks like he should be in a bookstore that insists it sells tomes, not books. Maybe, like, he sells crystals that balance your chakras. Or maybe this is what the owners of cat cafes look like? I have never seen... Ah! His eyes are 2 different colors! Can't focus on both of them at the same time. Which one am I even supposed to look at? My attention is sucked into his icy blue eye. Is he wearing a contact to complete his dark Renaissance look? I think it was his eye. Yes, it was this. Huh? He had the eye of a vulture. A pale blue eye with a film over it. Whenever it fell upon me, my blood ran cold. And so by degrees, very gradually. I made up my mind to take the life of the old man, and thus rid myself of the eye forever. Excuse me? Telltale Heart, you were looking at my eye? Kids, didn't you read that in high school? Well, yeah, but... Iridius heterochroma. It's more common in cats than humans. What a weirdo. I'm not sure I want to work for a guy like this. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. I might as well humor him a bit. If this guy's gonna sign my paychecks, he can rattle off as many weird cat facts as he likes. Graves, would you mind telling Avery a bit about the place? I think it'd be good you talk about what we do here. Graves looks like the notion is causing him physical pain. I'm not too keen on this idea either, Chief. Jesus. You didn't do that already? Don't you think it sounds better coming from the owner? You're gonna be doing the interview anyways. Good point. Landry, this cafe would collapse into rubble without you around to keep me on good track. Ha ha ha. Alright, Avery. I didn't prepare a speech, so you'll have to forgive me. I'm a little surprised to hear that, but I guess there aren't any Poe stories you can quote for this situation. I like to take care of strays. I like coffee. I like good desserts. I like a beautiful room. I wanted a place where I could have all of those at once. That's how Cat's Paw was born. The cats here are from the neighborhood. Usually they want to come here, so I don't have to convince them to come in. Forever home. Pithy, I hate that term. But the cats who want to be adopted are listed on the wall over there. I'm a good matchmaker for people and cats. I can tell who's a good fit for the cat's personality. If they meet my standards, they got a new family member. It's good that you help them find homes like that. Well, if I had the room, I'd just keep them all. He totally means that, doesn't he? Cool. I get to be interviewed by a cat hoarder. I don't know. It's probably better that way, right? Who knows? Follow me. We'll talk on the second floor. Before he finishes his sentence, he's already 3 steps up the stairs to the balcony. So much for the introduction to the cafe, I guess. I shake my head a little and follow him. After all, I really need a job. We make our way up to the second floor balcony, which, except for us, is only occupied by those amazing looking cakes in the display. I wonder if I can get a slice on my way out. Graves leans down over the balcony of the cafe and raises his voice to the people below. Or to the cats, I guess, since cats are the only thing I can see from here. Hayes, will you get us some coffee? Is that the chef? I haven't seen anybody here besides him and Landry. Oh, I already had a cup. Is that gonna stop you from another? You can't have enough coffee, especially when Hayes is the one making it. I don't think I met Hayes. You may have. You might not know yet. Graves folds himself into the slender chair at a corner table. He pushes the opposite chair away with his foot, nudging it just enough to turn it towards me. Come sit down. Let's talk. You don't have to be so stiff. Interviews are boring. Make it interesting for both of us. No pressure, huh? Graves sits with this sort of grim pomp, like he's sitting in a skull throne and a raven's going to land on his shoulder at any time. Maybe it's more like he's about to roll a die with a lot of sides. I bet he's a nerd. Take the seat across from him. Just so you're aware, we aren't starting without coffee. Okay. You can talk, of course. I meant the interview. Okay. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice a tiny slip of a blonde man standing at the balcony entrance. Ah! I jump a little. When did he get here? I didn't hear anybody come up the stairs at all. Is this guy a ghost? Graves look like the type to hire ghosts. He looks terrified by my shout. I think I scared him more than he scared me. Gingerly, he sets 2 mugs in front of Graves. Thank you, Hayes, but you should give Avery the other mug. He sounds like he's reminding a child to say thank you. Of course. Hayes glances up at me. Our eyes meet for a millisecond before he subtly finds something very important to focus on downstairs. He pushes the cup towards me without looking back up. Thank you? Graves rings clacks against the porcelain of the cup and he takes a drink. Perfect as always. I don't know what I did without your coffee. It's nothing special, really. He talks like it's the first time he's spoken today, quiet and a little hoarse. If that's all, I'll go back to the cats. That's fine. Hayes slips back down the stairs just as quietly as he arrived. That kid would make a great ninja. I look down at the coffee and see a sleepy cat face staring at me from the phone. Aww. I've only seen latte art on the internet before. Did Hayes really do this? I take a sip, and it's not bad if you like coffee, I guess, but it could really use some sugar. There are packets on the table, but I can't bring myself to ruin the foam cat. Now let's get this going. Let's interview. I'll even start you off easy. What's your favorite breed of cat? I'm gonna save here, just in case I picked the wrong stuff. Okay. What's your favorite breed of cat? I'm going to say a Siamese. Do you know any other languages? How about ciphers? I speak the language of dance. No, I'm kidding. Ciphers. Question mark. What marine animal would you say best represents you? Dolphin and orca, a shark, a penguin, or a butterfly? I'm gonna say a butterfly. What genre of music would you use to describe your work ethic? Punk, I'm not dead, just resting. Yes. On a scale from 1 to 10, rate me as an interviewer. 1, you suck. Just kidding. I actually want to see what that says, though. Yes. Draculas are teenage wolves. Draculas. Just kidding with the last one. Interesting. Good. I like interesting people. He leans forward, appraising me with this terrible smirk on his face. He's like the cat who ate the canary. Maybe I don't want to be interesting by his standards, but it kind of feels flattering nonetheless. Thank you? You start tomorrow. Okay. Wow, great, thank you. Don't run off yet, I have paperwork for you. Oh yeah, of course. Graves pushes away from the table, coffee cup in hand. He nabs my saucer, even though I'm not quite finished, and slinks down the stairs. He returns as if he'd never left, trading the empty coffee cups for a small stack of papers and a pen. He places them in front of me. So, what will my job be? We'll see. Did he just hire me with no position in mind? Is this how this guy usually works? I feel like I'm in a daze. Too much information, too much coffee. Take the papers and skim them, signing pretty much anywhere I see an X in a line. What's it all for, anyways? Why is there so much? Probably taxes and stuff. I don't know. Maybe he wants your credentials and information to steal your credit card. Just kidding. And who cares? I got a job. Push the papers back towards Graves, and he eagerly scoops them off the table. Perfect. We're open at 11. Be here at 8, and we'll have you help in the morning with the morning prep. My displeasure must be pretty apparent because his mouth cracks into another smirk. You can work a later shift after training. You won't have to deal with those cursed mornings for too long. Okay, that's fine. Now go. I have a lot of work to do before tomorrow. You need to get to work fixing that sleep schedule of yours. Okay. He was lost in his own world now, poring over the paperwork I just filled out. I guess there's all sorts of tax stuff you have to deal with hiring people. Why would he do it so casually, though? Well, whatever. Not my problem. I head down the stairs. Landry's back. He looks uncomfortable waiting at the foot of the balcony, but perks up when he sees me. So... I'll see you tomorrow, coworker. Oh, congrats. You can meet everybody else tomorrow morning. I'll make sure they're all ready for a meeting when you get in. How many people work here? Well, there's me, Graves, of course. You met Hayes, Finley, Mason, Reese. That's it. It shouldn't take too long to get to know them. Okay, great. I'll see y'all tomorrow then. Great. See ya. Wahoo! I'm gonna live it up a little. I'm gonna paint this town red. I finally got a job. You gonna kill everybody? Question mark? Just kidding. Oh, this is cute. Hello, cat. There's me! The whole team. They look so excited. Little book cat. Cat's paw. Shady cat. Foam cat. Finley! Landry! Guess he's the repairman. Reese. Paperwork. Notebook guy. Of course, the cook. Mason! And hey, so this nice little cup of coffee. And Graves, Mr. Pumpkin! Apparently we find a book. And have red dust, or not red, yellow dust come off our hands. Stories about coffee getting drowned in cake mix. My gosh, these derpy faces. That looks so good. Can I eat it? Hi guys! How's it going? Kitty 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 do 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 do. Ruh-roh. Alright, alright. This lovely dark alleyway. Dun 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 dun. Alright. I got lost and I didn't expect up painting anything. What? Okay. But it was a nice walk. As I head home, I get this distinct feeling of being followed. I didn't really know that was a thing that actually happens, but it's hard not to notice when you see someone seeing some movement out of the corner of your eye. I turn around, a sleek black cat stands in the middle of the road. It sits down when we make eye contact and thumps his tail testily against the pavement. He got different color eyes. I guess heterochromia really is pretty common in cats, huh? Should I, try to bring it to the cafe? They take care of the strays there, after all. I should try. I crouch down as slowly as I can and reach my hand towards the cat, beckoning it. It doesn't move. I make those little smoochy noises that seem to work on some cats. No son doesn't seem terribly impressed. It pins its ears back and it looks away, still for a moment before standing up and sinking back into the alley. Okay. Not thrilled. I guess I should just leave this to the professionals. It's time to celebrate. I'm gonna wreck this pizza I grabbed from Pizza Lloyd's on the way home. Pizza Lloyd's. I picked up a can of wet food for Mochi too. I figure we both deserve a celebration. Mochi! Get your fat lump out here. I have good news. No answer or indication that he is even in the same room. You know, he never even asks how my day was. How dare you? I know how to do this, though. Walk over to his food bowl and crack the lid of wet food. In a flash, he's at my feet, tail shaking like a rotor behind him. Come here, you big moron. I gave him a little scratch behind the ears before I dump half of the can into his bowl, and the feeding frenzy begins. He acts like I never even feed him. Whatever, I'm about to go do the same to this pizza. After a quick jaunt to free myself from the shackles of non-pajama clothing, I flop back down on the couch, dinner in hand, laptop in my face. Oh. Looks like there's a new Jelly Donut video. It's her sleeping in a donut box. I love that dumb internet cat. She's always doing something ridiculous. I wonder how her owner gets her to do those tricks. That flooring seems familiar. Where are these even filmed? Well, I spend the rest of the evening picking through video archives. I can feel myself sinking into the bread dough cushions. Bread dough couch cushions. Mow! It's so early! Why? What's your problem? Mow! Bet he just wants the other half of that frickin' wet food. This is why I don't get it for him that often. I excavate myself from the couch, do what I can to mitigate the bedhead situation I have going on. What time is it anyway? I grab my phone to check. 7:40! What? Oh no! Oh hell! I'm gonna be late for my first day of work! No! I take the fastest shower in the world, but there's no time to dry my hair. I'll just have to hope I run fast enough that the wind resistance will do the job for me. No time to sort through my duffel. I'm just gonna have to throw in whatever looks the cleanest. It's not like Grape said anything about a dress code, so whatever. Mochi trails me closely, howling more and more insistently along the way. It's like he doesn't care about my punctuality at all. No time to mix the wet food the way he likes it. I dump a scoop of kibble into the bowl on my way out the door. I haven't seen a cat so offended since the one that watched me mess up coffee. They can both deal with it. Can't believe I'm almost late to my first day of work at my first job even! What a great impression to leave. Thanks for hiring me, Avery the Flake. I started out in a full sprint to the cafe, but it's only like a 10-minute walk, so it looks like it might not be as bad as I thought. If I can run, I can make it in less time. Alright guys, this is where we're gonna pause. It's getting kinda long, so we're gonna see what's going on next in next episode. Have a good day, guys. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.